Pristine beaches bordered by palm trees, a fascinating colonial past, and great abundance of marine life make St. Thomas St. John an attracting destination within the U.S. Virgin Islands archipelago. Recognized as the most visited port in the Caribbean, St. Thomas is a 32-square-mile island with over 51,000 residents. Home to the capital of the U.S. Virgin Islands, Charlotte Amalie has been the heart of St. Thomas' everyday life from colonial times to present. The Danish area is a journey through the past when the town was a busy trading port. These days, cruise ships remind us that tourism anchors the economy of the island. Fishing is also an important element to the tourism industry and is sustenance to many local families. The fishing culture and tradition in St. Thomas have a long history dating as far back as the late 1800s. Before dawn, fishers of St. Thomas embark for a long day in hopes of returning with a good catch.
I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm going fishing, and we leave the house like 4 o'clock when my mate reaches where I live, and we come over here, and approximately 4:15, 4:30, we leave the dock. And we come in around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's a usual day for us because that's a big boat. It takes a lot to take it out. You know, it's expensive to go out there and come back. So you gotta make sure you have a catch, pay the bills. Lobster is the main thing that we go after. But we do go after fish sometime because fish is like a bycatch in some of the fish traps for us, but it's mainly trap fish and lobster traps. 35 years ago, you didn't have all these hotels and the restaurants buying lobster. So lobster was a bycatch then. Instead, it's a difference now. The lobster was a bycatch then. Some of the older guys would bust the lobster in two and throw it back in the trap to catch old wife and hind. They would do that as a bait.
Historically, trap fishing was the primary fishing gear of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Over the years, the design for the traps have changed in a minimum, yet the materials used for their confection has diversified. Traps are effective for a wide diversity of reef fish and also for lobsters.
I guess you could say we turned into more of a trap fishery. There's a lot of guys still doing the hook and line for yellowtail and blue runners, hard nose. There's a lot of guys doing that still. But I think we turned more into a trap fishery because of the demand for the lobsters and the other fish. So, it's changed.
Handline fishing is another gear that has remained popular throughout the years.
I mean, you have all type of different fishery. People do handline, people do nets, people do a lot of traps. They're all kind of fishery. But to me, all is hard work. It's not easy. Fishing is not easy. You have to work for what you get.
Locals purchase lobster and a variety of fish on a daily basis for personal consumption and to satisfy tourist demands in restaurants and hotels. To ensure the best seafood available, you need an early start.
Normally I come here early, like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I have special customers who like to just get up and move that time to get particular picks.
Everybody comes real early to get the best and looking for the best quality. People in the Virgin Islands love fish. They eat fish. Without the local people, we're bankrupt because they eat all kind of fish. Angel fish, hind, butterfish, old wife, snappers, a lot of snappers. All fish sells. Most of the fish. All different type of people buy different type of fish.
Everybody wants plate size, but they like the hind, the old wives, the grunts, the snappers. They want yellowtail, hard nose. They want a lot of hard nose, the blue runners.
The island has a number of natural bays, docks, and markets that serve as scenery for the fishing industry, benefiting approximately 100 local commercial fishers. The commercial and recreational fishing industry annually represents between $8 to $11 million of the U.S. Virgin Islands economy.
Some of our top items is fresh fish, which are caught locally by our fishermen. They bring it to us on a daily basis. We offer a variety depending on what we get, whether it's alewife, snapper, hine. Those are some of the most popular selections. Having fresh fish caught by our local fishermen is very important to us. We pride ourselves over the years in providing quality food, and there's nothing better tasting than fresh fish coming from the fishermen, the ocean, right to our restaurant and right onto the plate.
Located 4 miles east of St. Thomas, St. John is the smallest of the 3 main U.S. Virgin Islands. Due to its natural beauty and cultural richness, the U.S. National Park Service covers about 60% of the island. The Danish presence is most evident in the remains of sugar plantations. With an island-wide population of approximately 4,200 residents, the economy is based predominantly on tourism and related trade activities. Nevertheless, in 2017, there were less than 10 registered commercial fishers. The U.S. Virgin Islands were hit by 2 major hurricanes in 2017, which caused extensive damage from which island residents are continuing to recover. Hurricane Irma passed directly over St. Thomas and St. John, causing widespread catastrophic damage. The subsequent disruptions of tourism industry suggest that a full economic recovery could take years.
They did a number on us. Irma came and the wind was blowing more from the west, and the traps didn't get damaged as much. We found most of them. A couple days after we went out, we found most of the traps. We didn't get to check all, but most of them were dead. They didn't move that much. But when Maria came, it devastated us. I lost all my plastic lobster traps, all of them, over 300. We're still recovering. We haven't put as much traps as we had in the water before the hurricanes. We haven't put as much back yet. Before the hurricanes, we were basically St. John and east end of the island, and we sold everything right on the east end of the island and in St. John. But it's changed a little bit because the hotels have not come back fully yet. Now, after the hurricane, we had to look for other customers, so we end up going downtown to different places on the island, so it's a little bit more difficult to deliver because you got to drive with the lobsters down there,
Not only hurricanes represent a menace to fisheries in the U.S. Virgin Islands, but also diseases such as stony coral tissue loss disease. Knowledge provided by local fishers, combined with scientific data, are key to developing sustainable fishery management strategies and maintaining healthy, essential fish habitats.
The collaboration with the fishermen has been also pretty extraordinary. The fishermen have come to several of our events to just get more information about what's going on and what the possible impacts have been. So there's actually been quite a lot of information exchange going on.
The waters in the U.S. Virgin Islands are home to a great abundance of marine life. These natural resources play a vital role in the heritage of Virgin Islanders. Fisheries are managed and protected at local and federal level to ensure sustainable practices that will continue to provide resource availability for future generations.
Working in the back of the boat it's not easy. You gotta love and want to do it. It's not easy going out on the boat. It's long days and stuff like that, but what's coming up, you never know. So it's always that feeling of what you're catching, you don't know what you're gonna catch. So it's exciting. It's hard, but good. I like it.